made a whip of cords and threw all out of the temple, both the sheep and the oxen. And he poured out the changers' money and overthrew their tables. To those who sold the doves, he said, "Take these things out of here. Don't make my Father's house a marketplace." His disciples remembered that it was written, "Zeal for your house will eat me up." The Jews therefore answered him, "What sign do you show us, seeing that you do these things?" Jesus answered them, "Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up." The Jews therefore said, "It took 46 years to build this temple. How will you raise it up in 3 days?" But he spoke of his body, the temple of his body. When therefore he was raised from the dead, his disciples remembered that he said this, and they believed the scripture and the word which Jesus has said. Now, when he was in Jerusalem at the Passover during the feast, many believed in his name, observing the signs when he did. But Jesus didn't entrust himself to them, because he knew everyone, and because he didn't need for anyone to testify concerning men, for he himself knew what was in man. Now that concludes our reading. But I want to go back real quick to the throwing out the money changers who were selling sheep and oxen and doves. From my understanding, this is for people that traveled a great distance and they weren't able to either bring the animals or they didn't have the ability to raise them themselves. So therefore, they were able to travel to the temple and then purchase those sacrificial birds, doves, sheep, or oxen there at the temple. Okay, so I can't read into it any more than that. I can't say whether people were trying to profit over the sacrificial animal sales or whether it should have been happening outside the temple rather than in the temple, or the biblical aspect of people selling sacrificial animals rather than people acquiring them or raising them themselves. But I believe that's what was going on. And this is the context and scenario that we see Jesus throwing these changers money and these people who were selling these animals out of the temple. So I hope that helps clear things up a little bit. All right, so this completes our reading.